Well, let's work with a few derivatives where we need to do some simplifying. Suppose we have the function f of x is x squared times the square root of 1 minus x squared. The first thing I want to do is rewrite this as x squared times 1 minus x squared to the 1/2. And then I'm going to want to use the product rule. Now I'm going to write this out. F prime of x is the first times the derivative with respect to x of the second, 1 minus x squared to the 1/2, plus the second, that's a 1 minus x squared to the 1/2, times the derivative with respect to x of the first. The next thing I'm going to do is just apply the power rule and the generalized power rule to solve these. So this is x squared times 1/2, 1 minus x squared to the minus 1/2. I need to multiply by the derivative with respect to x of 1 minus x squared. Now you could do this all in one step. I'm just being very meticulous for a reason. Plus 1 minus x squared to the 1/2 times 2x. So here I've had to apply the chain rule to the inside. So this is x squared divided by 2, 1 minus x squared to the 1/2. All I'm doing is simplifying this a little bit. Times, now what is this? The derivative of this is minus 2x plus 2x times 1 minus x squared to the 1/2. Now let's see if we can get this as one fraction. All right, I'm going to pull out a least common denominator of 1 over the square root of 1 minus x squared. Now I want you to notice here, these 2's are going to cancel. So what am I going to be left with when I factor this out? I'm left down here. Let's see, what else? You know what else I can factor out? I can factor out an x. I can pull one x out because I've got an x in each one of these. So I'm going to be left with what? X squared. I'm just going to be left with negative x squared. I've pulled out the x, and I've got 2 times, and this is going to be, when I multiply through, this is going to be 1 minus x squared. So this is x over the square root of 1 minus x squared times minus x squared plus 2 minus 2x squared. So let's see, this is x times minus 3x squared plus 2 divided by the square root of 1 minus x squared. Now what about this one? F of x is x divided by the cubed root of x squared plus 4. So the first thing I want you to do is go on and rewrite this. You could do this as a product rule or as a quotient rule. It really doesn't matter. I tend to prefer product rule, but that's me. Let's use the quotient rule here. All right, if my top function h is x and g is x squared plus 4 to the 1/3, h prime is 1, g prime is 1/3 times x squared plus 4 to the minus 2/3 times 2x. So let me rewrite this one as 2x divided by 3x squared plus 4 to the 2/3. All right, so I found those. Let me do f prime. F prime, remember you go up and it's positive. So this is x squared plus 4 to the 1/3 times 1. And then we're going to subtract minus, times 1, minus x squared. I've got 2. Ooh, this is ugly. X squared plus 4 to the 2/3. And this whole big thing is over x squared plus 4 to the 1/3 squared, so that's 2/3. All right, let me get a common denominator with my numerator because I'm kind of stuck otherwise. So I'm going to factor out, and I'm going to multiply this right here by 3 times x squared plus 4 to the 2/3. So in my denominator, I'm going to have 3 times x squared plus 4 to the 2/3 times x squared plus 4 to the 2/3. One of these is coming from this denominator, and one of these is coming from this denominator. All right, so that's my denominator. Let me see what I have in the numerator. So this is 3 times x squared plus 4 minus 2x squared. Well, this isn't nearly so bad. I see this will reduce to 3 minus 2 is x squared plus 12 divided by 3 times x squared plus 4 to the 4/3. And I do, that's all I can do. Now, what do you do when you have a situation like this? There are a couple ways you can do this. Let's use the generalized power rule to start with. All right, so y prime is going to be 2 times this whole thing, 3x minus 1 divided by x squared plus 3 to the first power times the derivative with respect to x of 3x minus 1 divided by x squared plus 3. Like an onion, you always have to peel it off. Now, let's just look at this derivative right here. We'll come back to the other in a minute. We'll do this derivative in green. Let me let f equal 3x minus 1. G is x squared plus 3. F prime is 3. G prime is 2x. So the derivative with respect to x of that mess inside is going to be 3x squared plus 3 minus 2x times 3x minus 1 all over x squared plus 3 squared. Ooh, what a mess. Let me simplify this. This is 3x squared plus 9 minus 6x squared plus 2x, did I do that correctly, divided by x squared plus 3 squared. Now let me collect my terms. This is negative 3x squared plus 2x plus 9. All right. Now, it's perfectly okay to break off and do a part of a derivative separately. I'm going to go back to y prime and just start plugging it in. This is 2 times 3x minus 1 divided by x squared plus 3. So that's the first part. Now I'm going to add in this derivative here. So it's negative 3x squared plus 2x plus 9. And I see I've got 2 more of these, so this is cute.